He's a Brit who loves to provoke controversy and has been hailed as both the Mick Jagger and the Keith Richards of comedy.
Don't think of it as a threesome. Think of it as having sex with your girlfriend while someone else also has sex with your girlfriend.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be taking a look at the rocky road to fame of actor and comedian Russell Brand.
I am honoured to be here. Thank you. Already laughing. Nothing's happened. It's amazing.
Russell Edward Brand was born on June 4th, 1975 in Grays, Essex, England. Despite his comedic personality, his childhood was plagued by tragedy. Brand was an only child, and his parents divorced when he was only 6 years old. Shortly after, he was sexually abused by his tutor. As if things couldn't get any worse, his mother contracted uterine and breast cancer. Forced to stay with relatives while she underwent treatment, he spent his childhood isolated and alone. He then contracted the eating disorder bulimia and further dealt with his emotions through the use of recreational drugs like cannabis, LSD, and ecstasy. He also ended up suffering from sex addiction.
I've managed to abbreviate the process of seduction to a gesture now.
Brand then made his way to Grays School Media Arts College. There, he made his stage debut in a school play at the age of 15. This positive experience influenced him to pursue a career as an actor. He later studied at the Italia Conti Academy, but was kicked out due to his worsening drug habit and extreme antics. Following this, he went on to study at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art and Drama Centre, London. Shockingly, he was expelled again, this time after he stabbed himself in the chest and arms upon hearing criticism of his performance. Brand then abandoned drama and decided to focus on stand-up comedy, and he used his stand-up to talk about his addictions.
Inserts 2 digits, uses the scissor and twist technique. Hey, this is just an anecdote to you. I live this shit.
He undertook a number of comedy tours and eventually became a VJ on MTV Europe in 2000.
It was time for the best male category in the Brit Awards, and what I said was, time now for the best male category. If we were ants, the best male would have to have sex with the Queen. We are not ants, but is that any reason to ignore their time-honoured traditions?
He was eventually fired for bringing his drug dealer to work and for showing up dressed as Osama bin Laden the day after the 9/11 attacks. Despite this, he was given his own British documentary and comedy program called Rebrand, and it focused on cultural taboos. He went on to appear in the TV shows Cruise of the Gods and White Teeth, hosted Big Brother, and played the role of Tommy in the BBC sitcom Blessed.
I'm rich and handsome and brilliant and fantastic, but also dead lonely and sad. How mad is that, man?
He simultaneously launched a radio career, but was fired after reading pornographic material over the air. This didn't faze him though. He landed a small role in the film Penelope and recaptured the airwaves with his own highly rated radio talk series called The Russell Brand Show. Brand finally landed his first major part as Flash Harry in 2007's St. Trinian's and its sequel.
Why is it that the first face I see is not only the handsomest face in this room, but also the very face I came here to talk to?
However, his breakthrough into Hollywood came about the next year in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I long to be, is it wrong to be inside you?
And 2008's Bedtime Stories opposite Adam Sandler.
Oh, right, yeah, I understand. It's like positive visualization. I read a book on that once. I read the back cover, at least. I can't read.
Next, he reprised his Forgetting Sarah Marshall role of Aldous Snow in the buddy comedy Get Him to the Greek, co-starring Jonah Hill.
Oh! He means the heroin. His bum's all full of heroin.
Doesn't mean that.
I'm a terrible drug addict.
No.
Honey.
He's a mule.
That same year, he voiced the character of Dr. Nefario in the animated project Despicable Me and played the part of Trinculo in The Tempest. In 2011, the comedian-turned-actor lent his voice to the children's film Hop and took on the appropriate role of Playboy boozer Arthur in the remake of the 1980s classic of the same name.
You love horses.
I do.
I don't trust them.
Yes, but if you
Is
think
their
about
eyes,
this
their
is
sneaky
a
feet,
business. Stay with me.
their shoes are permanent.
All you have to
Who
do.
makes that kind of a commitment
We
to
get
a
on.
shoe?
Russell Brand is a talent that emerged from a highly dysfunctional childhood and went on to a bizarre adulthood within the Hollywood spotlight. He has won the Shagger of the Year award 3 years in a row and married musical superstar Katy Perry in 2010. He is a multifaceted talent who has also become well known for presenting a variety of awards and for becoming an outspoken protester of political issues.